You know, it's funny how life has a way of turning the simplest cravings into something extraordinary. I still remember the day it all began. It was a typical afternoon, and I was sitting at my kitchen table, battling that familiar urge for something sweet. Cookies, to be specific. Not just any cookies, but those warm, gooey, melt-in-your-mouth cookies that remind you of home, of comfort, of joy. As I rummaged through my pantry, I realized I had all the ingredients I needed to whip up a batch. Flour, sugar, butter, simple staples that create magic when combined. As I mixed the dough, I could feel the excitement building inside me. The aroma of baking cookies filled the air, wrapping me in a nostalgic embrace. I took my first bite, and it was as if the heavens opened up, and I was greeted by a symphony of flavors. In that moment, I knew I had to share this experience with others. But how? I was just an ordinary person with a passion for baking, not a business mogul. But here's the thing. Sometimes, all you need is a spark of inspiration and a sprinkle of courage. I decided to start small. I shared my cookies with friends and family, and their responses were overwhelmingly positive. They encouraged me to take it further, to turn this passion into something more. So, I began experimenting with different flavors and textures, pushing the boundaries of what a cookie could be. Chocolate chip, peanut butter, oatmeal raisin. Each batch was a labor of love, a testament to my dedication. As I perfected my recipes, I started thinking about how I could share my creations with a broader audience. That's when I stumbled upon the idea of a pop-up shop. I rented a small space at a local farmer's market, and with a heart full of hope and a table full of cookies, I set up shop. The first day was nerve-wracking. I had no idea how people would respond. But as the day went on, I watched in awe as people flocked to my booth, drawn in by the aroma and the sight of those delicious cookies. Each sale felt like a small victory, and I was hooked. The next step was to build my brand. I knew I had to create a story around my cookies, something that resonated with people. I wanted them to feel a connection, to understand that these cookies were made with love and intention. So, I crafted a narrative about how each cookie was a reminder to savor life's sweet moments, to slow down and indulge in the simple pleasures. I shared my journey on social media, posting pictures of my baking process, my family enjoying the cookies, and even the occasional behind-the-scenes mishap. Authenticity became my secret ingredient. As my brand began to grow, I realized that I was not just selling cookies, I was creating a community. People started reaching out to me, sharing their own stories of comfort and indulgence. They wanted to know how they could recreate those moments in their own kitchens. This was the turning point for me. I began hosting baking workshops, teaching others not just how to make cookies, but how to infuse their own love and creativity into every batch. The workshops were a hit. I could see the joy on people's faces as they mixed their dough, their laughter filling the kitchen. It was more than just baking. It was about connection, about sharing experiences. I realized that my cookies were a vehicle for something much larger. A movement of people coming together, celebrating life through food. As word spread, I started receiving requests from local cafes and restaurants to supply them with my cookies. I was thrilled, but also terrified. Scaling up meant more than just baking in my kitchen. It required a different level of commitment and organization. I knew I had to invest in myself and my business. I took courses on entrepreneurship, marketing, and even financial management. I surrounded myself with mentors who inspired me and helped me navigate this new terrain. With every challenge, I learned to adapt. I hired a small team of passionate bakers who shared my vision, and together we transformed my once humble kitchen into a bustling bakery. We experimented with new flavors, launched seasonal collections, and even created gluten-free and vegan options to cater to a wider audience. It was exhilarating to see my dreams taking shape, but it also demanded a lot of hard work and perseverance. As my cookie business flourished, I made it a point to give back. I remembered my humble beginnings and the people who supported me along the way. I started a program where a portion of my profits went to local charities focused on food insecurity. I wanted to ensure that everyone could experience the joy of cookies, regardless of their circumstances. It became a core value of my brand, people helping people, from head to toe, inside out. Fast forward a few years, and what started as a simple cookie craving has transformed into a million-dollar business. I never imagined that my love for baking would lead me here, but it's a testament to the power of following your passion and believing in yourself. Every cookie we bake is a reminder of the journey, of the people we've met, and the lives we've touched along the way. So, if you ever find yourself with a craving, whether it's for cookies or something else, don't ignore it. Embrace it. You never know where that craving might lead you. It could be the beginning of your own extraordinary journey, a path filled with sweetness, connection, and purpose. After all, life is too short not to indulge in the things that bring us joy. And if cookies can do that, then I say, let's keep baking.